Hello, I'm Alex.
I'm Sofia.
Welcome to our channel. So today we're going to be giving a tarot reading for all the astrology signs for August 2023.
Let's begin.
So for all you Aries people out there, we're going to tune in and give you a reading for this month. So this is a general guidance for you. So Sophia, tune into the cards and let us know what we have.
Okay, let's see. We have the Devil and the Eight of Pentacles.
Oh, so there's a lot of strength here in creativity. The Devil is actually a very good omen, especially with Pentacles, especially with the Eight of Pentacles. As you can see, the figure here is building up this prosperity. And this is a sign for you, Aries, to be creative and cunning and look after your best interest, your self-interest. And you can always balance those self-interests with other people, too. It doesn't mean that you're being diabolical and
Selfish.
selfish. It's actually a positive thing.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people are thrown off by the Devil card, but this is good. And I
Very
think
positive.
just be confident in that. And what else do you think for the next set of cards?
Appear the King of Wands and the King of
Swords.
of Wands and Swords. Yes, I believe that you have been through the same situation in the past, and you should look at what you learned from the past and put in practice for your present, and be strategic with the sword. That make me like you need to plan some strategic for the future. And yes, what do you think?
That's just what you said. Is your sword, which is your strategy, will use your past learning experiences to get a better result in the future. So as I said before, when you're being creative, understand that it's good to have a strategy on what your next plan is going to be for this month. So if you have a love interest, it's not always good to be off the cuff with how you're approaching it. I think it's good to understand who this person is and how you will approach them from your past experiences and your past relationships. So it would behoove you to not use those past relationship experiences to be more successful in this one. And also, this can relate to your career as well. Maybe you were passed up on that promotion. I think it's good to see how maybe you were not seen before as a prospect for promotion, but now I think this is the time to take that next step and to ask your leadership or a higher manager to see what they would say about that. So I think that's what it's saying for you, Aries. And what would you say for the Queen of Wands and the Five of Cups?
With the Queen of Wands, make me believe that you should switch your focus and not focus too much in what you don't have, in your lacks. Be focused more in what you can achieve and get for the future. Yes, I don't feel so lonely. You know, I'm alone.
Yeah, I think it's really just a confirmation of your abilities. You can be confident in this month and what you're going to be doing to further your financial, your love, romantic, and aspects. So I think that's very important. Alright, this is for you Taurus people out there. Sophia's going to tune into the cards and do your reading. So Sophia, let's delve in now.
See.
So this is a 6-card reading, and we'll read them in pairs. So Sophia, what do you think of the first set of cards?
I think the number 5 and the number 4 is talking about to you to focus more in your happiness and not with the struggle. because when we focus too much in the struggle, we don't perceive the happiness and the good thing in our life.
Yeah, absolutely, Sophia. You bring up a really good point. As you can see on these cards, the wands are colliding with each other. But however, you can see in contrast, they are fully pointing upward with a whole arrangement that would make you think of celebratory
And balance.
So I think it's really for you Tauruses out there to get away from all of the hustle and the commotion and really focus on what your goals are and your passions for this month. So really, that's really what's going to be important for you Tauruses.
Yes.
What do you think of the second set?
We had the Queen of Pentacles and the
Page of Cups.
Page of Cups. I think Taurus, something will pop out. It will be something maybe economically, because you can see the Queen is holding the Pentacle, or can be something like somebody maybe in your family, it will return or appear, and because it's the home too, where you will feel more in home and complete. Maybe somebody from the past maybe will pop.
That seems very likely, especially with that Queen of Pentacles and that fish coming out of the cup. It really does seem to be a surprise, but be prepared for that. But I think it'll be a pleasant surprise, and I think it's just to take it in stride and enjoy this. It might be somebody that you've lost some connection with, but I think it's important for you Tauruses because you're very family oriented, you're grounded, and that is important. So be prepared for that.
Yes.
And for the next set?
The next set we have the Death and
the Four of Swords.
And the Four of Swords. Yeah, looks like some stuff we're gonna coming to the end. Maybe some struggle that you have been through, and you're gonna find your stability in this month. In the end of the month, maybe will be this happening. And yeah, sounds pretty good because stability is what everybody wants.
Yeah, especially for your Tauruses. I know you love stability, but just know that just because something ends doesn't necessarily mean that your stability has to end as well. Just make that transition and just ground yourself in that new transition. Now, let's do a reading for you Gemini folks out there. What we'll have is Sophia. She will tune into the cards and give you a reading for this month. So, Sophia?
Let's see. Okay. Okay, appear on the top, appear the Hermitage and the number 6 of 1. That makes me think like you are feeling, or you have been feeling lonely lately. And I think you should look for some guidance. You are alone. You have a lot of spiritual support that will guide you, and you will not be alone.
Yes, exactly. And what this speaks to me is that sometimes that guidance can be from a great piece of literature, because I know you Gemini folks like to read and really delve into kind of artistic expression, and sometimes that can be the best leader for you, or maybe even a mentor in your life. So I would say keep yourself keen to those kind of signs. And for the next pair?
Appear that
King of Swords.
King of Swords and
the Knight of Swords.
And the Knight of Swords. Let's see. Make me think like you are regretting about some situation maybe, or you are focused too much in the future, and that is make you feel like no imbalance. To go through those lack consciousness, you should be strategic. How show the King of Swords? That means that it's a person who is strategic about it and put the end to that feeling, because in the end of the day, those feelings are not real.
Absolutely, Sophia. And then also what I see that is because Gemini people, they can be very wise. They're people of the sword, and just embrace that present feeling that you had from all of the cultivated wisdom that you have, and don't focus so much on the past, but focus more on the present, on how you can be useful to those people that you care about around you, including your friends, family, colleagues, whoever they might be. And the other pair?
Yes, make me feel that with the star upside down and the sword, the Eight of Swords, make me feel that don't be blind. It will be some transformation. It's gonna come, the transformation. Don't worry about those lack consciousness and those voices that you have in your head. It will be positive. You can do it.
Yeah, this month I don't see a lot of calamity going on, especially for the upside down star. That makes me think that this is a relatively stable month as far as emotions are concerned. Maybe a little bit of melancholy, but nothing that you can't handle. Now we'll be doing a reading for you Cancer people out there. So, Sofia, let's tune in here.
Let's see. Cancer. Okay. We got here the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups.
What do you think about that?
Make me think that the King of Pentacles always represented your finance and home. Looks like you gonna get some money on your way, and you're gonna be very stable. I'm proud of what you are achieving this month.
Yes, I think it's great to be confident in what your ambitions are, whether they be a new project or something that you've had in mind that maybe you put off. I think it'd be great timing to pursue that now.
Yes.
And the next set of cards?
We got the Three of Swords and the Seven, that is the
middle path.
The middle path. It will be some expansion this month in your heart, like spirituality maybe, but I think you should just find your middle path and not be too much in one side or the other, not in duality, just trying to just balance both sides, you know.
Yeah, because sometimes the information that you get, it might be hurtful, but I think is to have that resilience to maintain what you're going to be doing. So don't let certain people distract you from your ambitions and your projects this month.
Yes.
So what do you think of the next set? We have the Nine of Pentacles, and then we also have the Hierophant. So you can see he's kind of like a religious figure or a spiritual figure to show kind of some structure in your life.
But I think refer more on financial again, because it's the Nine of Pentacles.
Yeah, I think it's having a little bit of
structure
in your finances. You don't want to be kind of too lackadaisical in your finances. I think that this is certainly showing some restraint.
Yeah, like hold more your pentacle, not let them go.
Not necessarily your ambition. Of course, go all out with that, but just be sure to be a little tight, maybe with your money.
Yes.
Right now we'll be focusing on the Leo, so this will be your month. So Sofia, let's delve into this reading.
Okay, let's see Leo for this month. Okay, we got the Strength card here and the Ten of Wands.
Upside down.
So
it looks like it's saying just to kind of let loose, let go. Don't be taking on too much this month. Just focus on your strength and just your abilities. You know, you can hold on to a lot of things, but you don't really need to. This is the time to let loose.
Yes, just focus more in yourself.
What do you think of the next set of cards, Sophia?
Okay, we got the Ten of
Swords.
And the High Priest. Make me think that you need to be careful about other people's intentions and or your intention too, like no hurt yourself about overthinking about situations.
Yeah, because overthinking can really be, as what it shows in this depiction here, as a stab in the back. You just see what's just around the corner, and whatever is obvious to you, just be sure to take note of that. So if you have somebody that you've been suspecting of being maybe a little bit annoying, or you don't really trust them, maybe this month just try to avoid them if you can. I think that's what these cards are saying.
Yes. Okay, we had the Death and the Queen of Wands upside down. Looks like some of the situation, or maybe like in the other card, some people will come to the end, and you will learn, because this will been happening in the past already, and for that is getting to the end in this month.
Yeah, so this is a relationship. It looks like maybe you should kind of probably cut it off with them, because these cards for you Leos, it looks like you've been kind of holding too tightly to this particular person. I think it's to let go. And for the Strength card and the upside down Wands, it really is, the theme here is to let go of people. I think that's not, I don't usually see these kind of cards in this combination, but this is really speaking strongly to you Leos out there. So I think that's very important to heed this for this month. Now we'll be tuning into Virgo. So for this month, Sophia, what do we have for the Virgos?
Okay, let's see, Alex. Here we go. Okay. What do you think, Alex? About
this is very
the
interesting.
Queen of Wands that is upside down, and we have
the Seven of Swords
upside down too.
So usually when I see things that are upside down consecutively, it kind of neutralizes them. I think in many ways it's showing that don't be too suspicious of those people that are around you. I think sometimes you can kind of maybe overdo it. I think it's good to, if what it shows in the next set of cards, the Ace of Wands, is maybe give this particular person another chance, because first impressions don't always fall in the way that you maybe suspect them to. So just give them another chance, because it looks like you've kind of written them off with this Ten of Swords.
Yes, don't overthink too much, and give them an opportunity to know them too. Not all the people are the same. We should keep our face up. Let's see, then
the upside down Knight of Wands
and the World.
So what do you think of that, Sophia?
Looks like, let's see. It's like you should. What makes me think the Knight of Wands is like you should go for it. To the future. Like with these relationships. The new ones that are coming. Because it's I don't think it's everything like a karmic, you are thinking like it's karmic, but it's not. It's more like how the people are, they are different.
Because Virgos, I think that they get a set mind of who a certain person is, or a little bit suspicious. But on this one, it's saying take a double take on this. And it seems that this reading that we're doing for you this month is primarily for your relationship or potential relationship. So I would say do a double take on that, and I think you would it would behoove you not to take that advice. let's tune into Libras out there. So for this month, Sophia, let's see what we have in store for the Libras.
Let's see. Maybe the month for Libra.
Interesting. So we have the Judgment card and the Hermit card. What do you think of that, Sophia?
Looks like a Libra is starting a new beginning, and you guys will not be alone anymore. It got at the end the Hermitage that is lonely, and I think it's coming some new stuff for you guys, like in relationship.
Yeah. And even for you Libras that are very individualistic, I think that can be a new opportunity to maybe recognize the individualism of another person and perhaps kind of, find that commonality. And I think that can kind of bridge the gap between you and a potential friendship.
Okay.
What do you think of the next set? We have the Five of Pentacles and the Devil. Okay, so this is interesting.
Yeah, it's an interesting combination.
So I would think that sometimes what we think is benefiting ourselves, we think might be hurting other people. But I think in this case, don't be fooled by the hardship as depicted in this card. The Devil in this context is actually positive. I think don't worry too much about if you think you're stepping on any people this month. I think what you're doing, just have some confidence in that and just continue forward.
I believe that says you like don't think that you are losing too much or you are too selfish to having this new beginning in the relationship, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And then what do you think of the next set of cards? We have the Temperance card and then the Five of Swords.
Make me think that, yes, you can see there the people, you know, like some loss, you know, like they thinking like you win something but you lose something too, but it's more about the balance and not the duality.
Yes, because you get some and you lose some, but I think this month is really just a matter of having that kind of wisdom to know there's a balance in nature, and that even though maybe you feel a little like you've lost a little bit, there's a lot more either to be gained or at least enough to make you feel balanced this month. So I think it's really just a matter of embracing your individualism and recognizing that in other people. Now let's delve into Scorpio. This is an interesting sign, I think, for this month. And Sophia, what do we have?
Let's see, Alex, what we got. Okay.
Interesting. So typically when I see this set of cards, especially the Tower, that means this is a particularly important month for you Scorpios. It seems that what is going on is almost a turbulent means of your emotions going through all of this hardship. I think you've probably been hit with this already.
Other times.
Yeah, but especially this month, it looks like, I'm sure you've heard of Mercury retrograde. It's kind of like the Mercury retrograde, but for Scorpios. So please hang tight on this one. And I think it's very important to use your wisdom, as shown in the King of Swords, to maintain your mental agility. So is what your emotions can't handle, your mental acuity is really what comes and helps you. And what do you think of these sets?
Yeah, make me think. Let's see. Yes, the King of Cups is a lot of emotion going on, as Scorpio is a water sign and it's a lot of feelings coming. But I think you should be more strategic about your feeling, and yes, you should be more mental in this case.
Yeah, it's more of a mental time.
Yes.
Yeah,
Take it slow, because the Nine of Pentacles make me think like you need to go slow, wait and see the feelings how coming through. Like don't approach too much. Just wait.
Yeah.
Go slow.
And this moon card right here, it's showing me that this is just a short path. And then also with the upside down 5 of Cups, it's showing that this is going to be very short. This is just going to be till the end of this month, or at least a few days, give or take. And then you'll be transitioning into a better scenario. So please keep that in mind. Now we'll be focusing into Sagittarius. And Sofia here, she will be tuning in to the cards and see what we have in store for you.
Let's see, Sagittarius for this month. Okay. Okay, we have the Empress
and Temperance.
Temperance.
I think those are a good combination of cards. I think it's showing that you have a lot of great things happening in your life, and especially for this month, it just says just to continue with what you're doing. You don't need to make any drastic changes. If anything, this reading should just kind of be a confirmation of that.
Yes.
So what do you think of these next set of cards? You have the upside down moon, and actually it looks like it would be a 10 of Swords.
Looks like you are having some trouble sometime, but they're just momentaneous. It's nothing like long term. Just focus in what you have as an Empress, the prosperity and all what you achieve in your life, and don't focus too much in the lack consciousness.
They're just little blips of the day. If anything, they're just irritable moments, but nothing to be concerned about.
Yes.
And then we have the 5 of Swords and an upside down Queen of Wands. Interesting. So it looks like it's saying it's saying don't fight. It says just kind of just go with the flow.
Yes, but at the same time, I think say like don't focus too much in the past on what you lost.
Yeah, just focus on just relaxing. This is your month of kind of things being non-eventful. Nothing really big here. So I think that can be a time of reflection, a time of introspection. Yes. And something to
enjoying too.
Yeah, to enjoy. If you have
enjoy your temperance.
Yeah, if you have a good, some weekends planned or a vacation planned, go ahead and carry on with that.
Yes.
Now let's tune into Capricorn. This sign, of course, it's my sign, so I'll try to make sure I'm not very partial to this reading. But let's tune into the card, Sofia, and let's see what's going on.
Let's see. Capricorn. Okay.
So we have an upside down Ace of Swords and an upside down Knight of Wands. So what do you think about this, Sofia?
Looks like just don't take it to passion the situations. Just be more strategic, I think, about it.
Yeah, it looks like it's saying to just kind of be forward thinking.
Yeah.
Be very forward thinking this month. I think that is important. And don't be such a hermit, it looks like it's saying.
Don't be too lonely.
It says with the Wheel of Fortune card right here, it's saying because us Capricorns, we can be very set in perhaps what we have our minds set upon. But I think it's important to understand that we have a choice. We have a choice in things on what we do. So this month is about being introspective of our nature and how we interact. And then we have the Devil and the World. So what do you think about that?
Made me think that You don't need to feel that you are attached to something. You can easily, how you see the chain, you can take it off the chain and don't feel that overwhelmed about situations.
I think so. I think the devil is a good card. I always think of the devil as a positive card in our readings, especially in ours. I think in this case, it's just showing there is choice, there is freedom in what the Capricorn is doing this month. So for you that are watching this, happen to be Capricorn, the advice is to understand that you are not a victim of your environment, that the universe is confirming a little bit more for you that this is an important lesson of personal responsibility and choice.
Yes, looks like it's not karmic, because the word make me like it's not karmic. You can still write in your future.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sophia. Now let's delve into Aquarius. Aquarius being a sign of air, the air being very warm this time of year. So, Sophia, let's see what you have for the Aquariuses out there.
Let's see what we got.
So we have an upside down King of Wands and an upside down, let's see, Nine of Pentacles. And then what would you say about that pair?
Make me think that you should focus more in your future about your pentacles, your money situation, and yes, like growing your prosperity.
So it's important. I know Aquariuses, they can be very focused on money, but I know you're very meticulous with that as well. It's just confirming that it's good to see that you are meticulous, but it's giving us some advice to be prepared for some future expenses, whether they be in a trip or an investment that you've had in mind for quite some time. So what do you think of the next set? We have looks to be a Four of Swords and the Justice upside down. So what would you say about that?
Make me think that you need to find your balance and keep yourself in balance with the inversion and the justice. Make me think like if you do such an inversion, you should keep in mind the justice you had, legal stuff, everything on time.
Investments need to have certain stability. You need to have things written out. So it looks to be, based on this reading so far, it's purely financial, this reading. This is very, very focused on that. So I would say disregard other aspects. It's really imperative that you look at all of your digits in your accounting, whether it be your quarterly reports for your taxes or for an investment prospect. If somebody's coming to you to do an investment, I would say do not sign anything until you've read everything thoroughly.
For sure. And we got here
Page of Wands. And let's see, and then we also have an upside down Eight of Wands.
Eight of Wands.
So that's interesting. What would you say about that?
Make me think that this investment will not happen that soon.
Yeah, it looks like
not
it's
that quickly.
It'll happen through the end of this month. It's not going to be at the time of this recording. It's probably something you've been thinking about, but it's saying to kind of hold off, because it shows with the Page of Wands, a page can usually be a little quick, passionate, immature. So in this case, it's recommended that you hold on to the end of the month before you make any big financial choices.
Yes.
Now, of course, the best Pisces, for Sophia is a Pisces, so let's not be too partial to that sign. Is that right? So let's tune in. Let's see what we have for this month.
See, Pisces.
Very interesting. So we have a Strength card and the World card. What would you say that this speaks to your sign, Sophia?
For my perspective, I think that we should keep in balance our feelings, like dominate our feelings, and for keep more like ourself entire, like yeah.
So just understanding that there are many aspects of yourself, and maybe this month is kind of being introspective on what those strengths are, and kind of being self-appreciative of your abilities.
Yes.
And then we have the upside down Queen of Cups and then a Three of Cups. Interesting. So the interesting thing is the Queen of Cups is upside down, and then the Three of Cups is right side up. That makes me think that sometimes it's good to go to the common denominator, the lower common denominator, and not try to be thinking too deeply into things, but try to be a little bit more superficial in your feelings. And that's important, because sometimes our most basic feelings and needs of a person are what can speak the broader truths than trying to be so deep with things. Try to be a little bit more
celebrating.
Yeah, celebrating
The small things in life.
Or be even a little childlike in some regard, and embrace some of that. And then when we have the upside down Queen of Wands and the Five of Wands. Interesting, again, we have another Queen upside down along with a lower numbered card of the same theme. So that makes you think that maybe it's good to just let that passion out. Let it out, and saying that's important. You got to express yourself, and that is important for you Pisces, right?
Yes,
to be validated in your emotions.
Yeah, like not allow to be repressed on yourself those feelings either, because maybe you did that in the past and I don't think that worked that well, and maybe you should implement to let them out.
Yeah, so repression it seems to be the main theme here. Be strong. Of course, don't be wild, but don't be repressive of your own feelings and emotions. Thank you very much for watching this video. We hope to provide you more video and more readings in your very near future. And then we'll also be doing live content that we plan on giving readings to you directly. So please stay tuned for that.
Thank you. Have a good night or good day.